You need to be using henna in your hair care regimen, and I'm going to tell you why. So welcome to the Hennasooq channel. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Khadija. I am the CEO founder of Hennasooq, and I specialize in henna hair dyeing and natural Ayurvedic healthy hair care. And you might catch my videos on henna body art every Thursday as well. When it comes to natural hair care, and especially my curly girls, it is definitely really important to take care of, your hair and figuring out actually what it really needs and what is it telling you, so that way you can start recognizing what your hair needs, because sometimes it's going to be moisture and growth and different aspects of it. So for example, when you're trying to find a certain type of a hair goal in mind, you're like, well, how do I get there? What do I do to do this? So that's why the extra steps in care are so important to help you reach your goals. Ayurvedic hair care is really important and beneficial for your hair, because what I love about herbal hair care in general is that these herbs really focus on like what exactly you're trying to do. Like, quite honestly, it just does. Like, if you want growth, you're looking for amla. If you want some moisture and growth all in one, you got your fenugreek and even aloe, those moisturizing growth herbs. And if you want to add some volume and thickness to your fine hair strands, Ziziphus is for you. If you want cleansing, but you want some strengthening and you just want to feel nice and fresh, Cassie's for you. And I could go on and on and on. If you go to the Hennasooq website, we definitely break it down in that way, so that way you can choose the best herbs for your hair really, really easily. And even if you're not a DIYer, don't worry, the masks that we have online are already ready to use as well. That all you have to do is grab it, use it, apply it, and you're good. So henna, other than all the coloring and the dyeing benefits you might hear about, covering grays and whatnot, what's great about henna is that it's also very strengthening, and it adds protein to the hair. So you don't have to do it too often either, which is great. It's long lasting, which is awesome. And it also is just nourishing for the scalp as well. It protects the hair strands, so if you're worried about the elements and even sun damage, this really will protect your hair. This herb is just phenomenal, like as to all that it can do. It's amazing. I especially find that with type 3 and type 4 hair types, that henna really can just add so much shine to the hair and give it a glow, protect it, no more split ends. When you're trying to reach your hair goals and you're trying to, moisturize and keep healthy hair, henna is just absolutely amazing as to the results that it can give, type 3 and type 4 hair. I mean, I've seen it a million times, even with a bit of the loosening and allowing it to be a little bit more manageable. And, there are definitely some people out there who are like not really henna fans. I would say that, because henna does behave like a strengthening treatment and is very, protein rich, and it can be also heavy on the hair, like when you're applying it and whatnot. I do think that for certain curly hair types, and I even feel like not just curly hair types, but when you have fine, delicate hair, you really need to be very gentle. You need to be very, very gentle, because an herb like henna could cause a breakage. It means that you need less protein, less strengthening. You need to use an alternative perhaps, but just fine, delicate hair definitely need the most fragile type of hair care, when it comes to henna. So someone who has fine, delicate hair strands and they're not really sure about henna, now probably you're watching this video, like you might be scared. You're like, oh my gosh, really? I'm transparent. I want you guys to have hair success. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, not tell you those things. I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's so good and it's gonna just do amazing things for your hair, for every single person. No, I'm not that person. Our brand is not that. That's not part of our foundation. But there is an Ayurvedic herb for you. Let's say your hair is fine and fragile and you're not really sure. Now you're scared. You're like, oh, henna, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to be the first herb that you're gonna try. Like, if you've never tried a herb, unless you really know your hair well, yes, you can use henna. But if not, you need to try another herb like fenugreek, amla, aloe. Like keep it with the moisturizing herbs so that way you have a good experience. I will say that if you are ready, you should try our hair tea first. It has henna in it. It's the first ingredient. It has a lot of other herbs, so it's not like 100% henna. It has a lot of great other herbs in it that are also moisturizing and gentle, and you can make a spritz and it'll stop shedding, it'll stop breakage. So that is a really good route to go. Our hair teas, we have the Ayurvedic hair tea with all the herbs from India, and then we have the Moroccan hair tea full of like the most exotic of Moroccan herbs that I procured and created this formulation that I absolutely love. Oh, smells so good. Oh, both of them smell amazing. I mean, I love the hair teas a lot. I really do. So you could definitely use that if it's your first time. Let me go through a few scenarios with you and I'll give you some recommendations of what you can use and do when it comes to henna. So you're gonna be using henna and you wanna control frizz. You don't want your hair frizzy and feeling dry and just feeling out of control. What I recommend when you're going to use the henna is that you have to make it very moisture rich. Put some fenugreek in there, put some aloe vera powder in there. Use our henna gloss mask or one of our gloss bars. Use henna in a way that's very, very, very moisturizing, and it's going to leave your hair with a lot less frizz. That's one way you could use it. And if you're looking to use henna to loosen your curl pattern, all you have to do is just use henna as is. Don't add a whole bunch of ingredients to it. Definitely not amla or zisophus. I'll mention why in a second. But you definitely want to use henna as is, make it very moisturizing, of course, if your hair needs moisture, but that will naturally loosen your curl pattern. Now, if you don't want that, you're like, that's not the route I'm trying to go. I want my coils to be tightened. I want more volume. I want it to look just nice, What you can do in that case is add that amla powder, add that zisophus powder to your henna recipe. That is going to help you maintain curls. So if your hair is low porosity and you want to figure out how do I use henna, how do I put it in my regimen? Again, you definitely want to add in something that's going to really allow it to capture more moisture, right? So probably using henna with a lot of moisturizing ingredients and also a steamer. You guys need to get yourself a steamer. Honestly, that's going to help really hydrate the hair, open everything up, and make sure that you use our cleansing co-wash as well. And you make sure to use your leave-in. And this is gonna definitely help you get your hair really well moisturized and back to where you want it to be, so it's not feeling so dried out. That's gonna help a lot. And for high porosity hair types, probably can use henna just about any type of way. Just listen to your hair. If you need a little bit more cleansing in it, throw in some shikakai powder, some cassia. You can make it a cleansing treatment. And if you want more moisture, remember to add those moisturizing ingredients. If you go to our website, we break down exactly what you could use really easily in a lot of the recipes that we have there, as well as right here on our YouTube channel. You could just type in henna in the little search box right on our Hennasooq channel, and you can pull up all the henna recipes that we have that you guys can use and try out. And I also want you guys to write everything down. It's easy to tell yourself, I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna know what worked and what not worked, but trust me, a lot of the calls that we get, people are like, yeah, I don't really remember. they don't really remember. I tell myself the same thing. I'll be like, no, I got this. I know how I did it. And when I was testing out products even recently, I'm like, geez, was it one or two? Like, what did I do in that formulation? So always write everything down because it's going to help you in your hair journey a lot. So now that you know about henna, I really also want you to check out that video that I did recently on Ayurvedic hair care, where I go through a lot of herbs that you can use. If you're still not sure yet about henna, I want to ensure that you guys are going to check out that video. You're going to take a look at it because I really want you to know where you can start, even if it's not with henna, and that's okay. You can start with an Ayurvedic herb and a regimen that works really well for you, because everyone has an herb that can work for them. I am a firm believer, man, woman, everybody, there's something out there for you. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, we're going to be opening up in the Columbia, Maryland area. I'm thinking about fall time, and I'm hoping for like an October opening, so we'll see. You know, if you are a natural hair stylist or a henna artist, or you're just looking to work with our brand, let us know. Send an email to info@hennasooq.com because we are going to be hiring. So we would love to have you as part of our team. I'm going to see you every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And if you don't want to miss a video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any of our amazing videos. See you guys soon.